life. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm pretty much content with just rhyming all day.
Or digital can instantly share pictures.
I can start. Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show. Later, you know what it is. Hey, ham solo. It's time, baby. Low. Let's turn out we do. Hey. They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you man. I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you on red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you Red Fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blitz. Cause you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said go.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another installment of BullSittin on TSWS Gaming. I'm your host, Lok7, and joining me as always are these fine people to my left, Mr. Ham Solo himself, and the man that licks digital games, the only one that knows how to lick digital games. Also joining us as usual is the Nintendo goddess herself, Miss Cozy, Beluga Cozy. Let me do that again. Apologies. Let me do it again. Because it's kind of cold. Let me do it again.
Yeah.
Cozy. Are you feeling coldy? You're muted. You're muted, Cozy.
I'm gonna go put on my parka. I'm gonna go put on my parka because yes, it is cold.
Yeah.
Definitely cold or something.
Freezing.
All this snow.
It's cold and windy.
Oh my goodness. How are you? What you been playing, Cozy?
I'm doing well. I haven't really been playing much. I've been busy. As you know, I went on vacation last week for a friend's birthday. Had a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm now playing catch up in life. I've just been playing some Dungeons of Hinterberg and Turnip Boy robs a bank.
Oh, Dungeons of Hinterberg. It looked interesting when I saw it at the Xbox showcase. Can you give us just a little bit more of what it's about?
It's a solid experience. So the gameplay is, as far as I'd best describe it, is the dungeons, the monsters are not too difficult. Just engaging enough. But I would say at its heart, it incorporates some good puzzle game qualities, like where you actually have to actively go around figuring out how to get through, and there's more puzzling than like actual monster slaying. And then the whole cultural aspect of it, because it's about a tourist town and the way it examines the culture of tourism and how that can change a town, and then the good and the bad that comes with that. And that's an important aspect about Dungeons of Hinterberg that actually caught me off guard. I was like, oh, wasn't expecting that particular part of the experience.
How are the boss battles? Is it just like for show, or are they actually like proper hard boss battles?
Oh no, it's more of a puzzle game than a monster fighting game.
Monster game. Okay. It's just that in the name it says, dungeons. So I was thinking.
It's part of the story. It's like there's this town that has magic. It's like the only town in the world, and people go through it to fight in these dungeons. So you have all these tourists coming to this little, I guess, European town to fight. I don't know, is Austrian or German or something town, and to fight
I think it's German.
to fight the monsters, and tourist traffic that it brings. And you play as a tourist who's visiting.
Of course, you'd play as a tourist. Of course. All right, Ham, how you doing? What you been playing? Richie, you're saying Austrian? Okay.
Same difference, Austrian, German.
Stop it, Cozy. Stop it. Ham, go ahead.
Yeah, so I've just been kind of chilling. I've 100%ed Claire Obscure, so that game is 100% complete.
That's impressive. Well
Yeah,
done.
Woohoo!
I enjoyed that game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was worth the time. It had what I was mostly looking for in that type of genre game. A lot of fun with it. Now I'm just kind of just playing some stuff. I threw on my PS5 last night, and I was not really doing anything on it. It just reminded me of how much like I'm excited to play like Death Stranding 2, I guess. Because that's going to be the next thing that has me turn on that console.
Yeah.
Right now, Game Pass is just kind of killing it.
Oh, murdering.
Yeah, they're just kind of killing it right now, and there's just no other. I mean, the big games on PlayStation right now are games that have been on Game Pass for a while. So, like, I literally right now have no reason to turn on my PlayStation.
Usual
What's
stuff.
that?
I'm saying the big games on PlayStations have been on Game Pass for a while, like Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding 1.
That's not a big game on PlayStation right now.
Oh, Death Stranding 1? I think Death Stranding 1's pretty
It
big.
was a big game.
Yeah, it was when it launched. But like, I think
hated.
Ham's talking about like the most played games on PlayStation recently. It's like Oblivion, Indiana Jones, Forza.
Oh, last month. Okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah. Definitely last month. Yeah.
The last few months.
Yeah.
So I've just not. I haven't really been playing on my PlayStation a whole lot. Been mostly just on my Xbox. Game Pass has pretty much hooked it up, and that's pretty much it as of recently. I guess that's all I've been playing.
Okay. All right. Once again, I just want to say it's impressive that you already got the 100% for Clear Obscure. That's kudos to you, man.
Yeah,
Matt,
that's a lot of work.
I can
It is
imagine.
a lot of work. It it doesn't take super long to 100% the game. It's just a lot of just stuff. And like I'd say I did about 85 to 90% of it without a guide. But there was some of those achievements that I just didn't know. Like I got all the like I got all the journals, right? And I had no idea until I looked it up that there were hidden journals. There are hidden journals that don't show up in the list of journals. So you think you got all of them, but you didn't. I thought the game was bugged.
That's crazy.
So there's a few different things like little things like that, but yeah.
Matt, how you doing? What you been playing?
I'm doing great, and I'm playing Oblivion.
I feel like we
I
should be saying this until Doom comes out. Maybe even then.
I'll still be playing Oblivion when Doom comes out. I'll just be playing 2 games instead of 1.
Right.
Like I finally got into the Arcane University. I got Grand Champion in the arena on Oblivion. I think I need to do Fighters Guild. I got to find the Dark Brotherhood, and I got to find Thieves Guild. I also haven't done like anything in the main story. I delivered the amulet, and that's it. That's like the first thing you do. And I've done
The
like
main story on its own, we're talking about 30 hours.
I don't know. I've never beat it.
You, of course, it's never beat it.
When I
Go
get
ahead.
a second, I want to say a few good, bad, and whatever things about Claire Obscure and give it my score real quick. But yeah, go ahead.
All right, Matt, you're saying something about Oblivion.
No, you asked me if I beat it, or you asked me how long. So I've never beat the game. I didn't beat the original, and I'm sure as hell I haven't beat this yet.
I'm tempted to try it.
Plus this has all the DLCs. So
More
I
fun.
mean, yeah, I'll be playing this probably all year.
He's
I'm
not playing to even beat it.
Exactly. I'm playing to
Just
just
having fun.
explore, kill things, and then whenever I beat it. But
woo woo one day.
Yes, I'm curious something. Why is it that Bethesda can make games with endless quests and stuff, and people won't bitch about it? Like I still haven't beaten stuff, but I'm
the thing is,
at
there's
least
not.
5 or 6 days into it, and I'm happy. And I see a lot of people say what you were saying, Matt, that they
Yeah.
played a ton of Bethesda games, put in hundreds of hours, still haven't beaten said game. Why is it that Bethesda can do that, but when Ubisoft does it, we're all upset?
Because Ubisoft
But
games don't feel like they you know everything. Ubisoft games feel like a checklist. You can find something random and stupid in Bethesda games the way you can't with like a Ubisoft game.
also, Bethesda games don't have endless quests. They just offer you a bunch of other things to do besides quests. If you want to do them, you're free to do them. If you want to find every dungeon in Oblivion or Starfield
Good
or
luck.
Skyrim or whatever, you can do that. And that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I've done maybe, in fact, I'll take a look right now. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 25 quests. I played this game for days, like days of gameplay.
And you've
I've
only
done
done 55
I've
quests.
done 25 quests out of I don't even know how many. Probably more than
Knowing
100.
Bethesda, yeah, knowing Bethesda, there's
So
at
like
least 100 quests in this game.
so yeah. To Ham's point, I'm very much not playing to beat the game. I'm not playing it to beat it right now. I'll beat it eventually, but I'm genuinely just having a fun time.
All right, all right.
I still
Ham,
haven't really like since Ark Survival Evolved. I haven't found another game to pull me in like Ark did. Like Starfield was probably the closest, but then I kind of ran out of steam playing it, and I didn't love the newest
DLC.
I didn't really love Shattered Space that much. I tried to love it, but I just couldn't. I'm all about space battle, traveling, doing stuff. The game was based off of exploration, and I felt like the exploration was, you know, put into one spot instead of it being everywhere like it was prior. So like that kind of turned me off on it when I thought I was maybe going to get high off of that again.
Hmm.
And yeah, I'm still waiting for like a game to like pull me in the way that the way that
Mark,
that well, Arc, or I guess the way Matt feels right now about Oblivion, right? Like for me, Expedition 33 was an amazing game, right? And I might as well go on and say what I was going to say about that game.
Yeah, yeah.
That game was phenomenal, had a great ending, great story. Things that bothered me in that game was when they have the journal out, right? The conversation in the journal is like somebody's really reading it and you're like standing with them. It's pretty awesome, right?
Yeah.
My problem is that I have to stop playing the game and listen to it.
That's good.
I wish that I could just hit play and keep running or doing whatever. And if I accidentally run into a battle, then my fault. I need to restart it and listen to it again. But I want to keep moving and doing stuff. And I've always had big problems with games that will want to read you something or want to tell you something, but you have to be in this menu for it to do it, not while you're traversing. Because I tell you what, in Expedition 33, you are doing a lot of running around. You are doing a ton of running around. So what would have made that experience just more grand is to be able to hear those expedition notes, especially when I'm kind of on a mission, right? I'm kind of looking for something. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for something. And just to be able to listen to that would have been top tier. And then on top of that, another thing that I disliked. I'm trying to think of another thing I disliked because there weren't very many things that I disliked about that game. Oh, I didn't like as well how you couldn't change who you were using to fight within the battle. Kind of like you can in Persona, how you can tag somebody else in. And like if you accidentally go into the battle and you're like, I got the wrong people. I would like to be able to use one of my turns or even use the whole group turn, I don't care, to be able to switch the right person into the match. Right? And it has a few things that it doesn't really tell you, give you the perfect, like a great heads up on sometimes is like, sometimes you don't know what your role is going to look like when you go into a battle. So after you level up your characters and whatnot, let's say you turn up the speed on Mael or something like that, right? You don't know that maybe she'll change position of, like who's going first and who's going second, who's going third. They don't really tell you who's going to go in what order on your own team. I don't care about the opposition. The opposition's clearly going to do what they do, right? But I'd like to know on my own team, like what's our strategy? I don't. There isn't really a strategy screen of like what you're going to do or how you can do it, so you can prepare. So I wish it had that. Oh, yes. Good job, sweetie. 100% at school. She did great.
Let's go.
Yes. All right, go. I'll talk to you in a little while. Close my door. All right. But anyways, so that means we're going to go see the Minecraft movie later tonight.
Nice.
I was like, if you get 100% on everything, no questions asked, have a good day at school. I told her she needed to clean yesterday. She knocked that out. You did great in school. Now I'm gonna treat her to her movie and whatnot. She's been doing good in school, but like she's been getting like high 90s. But like I told her, I was like, Minecraft movie, no questions asked. If you get 100%, and she did it, so perfect. But
bringing a chicken. Bringing a live chicken.
No, we're not doing that. We're not bringing in the chickens. But anyways, that like the strategy side and some of the things just within like I said, substitutions and stuff like that, I wish was a little bit better. But I mean, I feel like they can improve a ton from where they were if they decide to make anything else, whether it be the same IP or a new one. And I feel like with what they did was pretty like even if they weren't the first ones to do it, which we talk about that a lot on this channel. A lot of people like to bring up who's done it in the past. Oh no, somebody did that back in 1986. Like it doesn't matter if somebody else did it before.
Yeah.
If it works good in the situation that they're trying to put it in the game, and it's actually making people really excited, people notice it that never noticed it before. You can say, oh, this was done back in 1986 all you want. It's popular now. It's popular now. It wasn't, and maybe it was popular on some other thing, right? But there's a whole generation or a whole subset of people that ain't never seen this before. And now they are on the same train tracks as you. They understand. They get it. You should be applauding that instead of telling people to shut the fuck up. I feel like that's weird. Like now you guys are seeing the same things. You guys should like that. But anyways, Expedition 33 to me, I give it as a grade like a 9.3, if I'm being fair. I give it a 9.3.
That sounds fair.
I really, really enjoyed that game, and it's been a while since I played a game that didn't exhaust me out of 100%ing it. Because there's sometimes, like, after I beat a game, I'm like, I'm gonna 100% this game. This is great. And then they have all these secret achievements that you can't even see what the hell the achievement is. And to be honest, whenever they do that, it makes me not want to do it. It makes me not want to find out. Because if I'm playing this game to get things done, unlike Matt, because Matt's not playing Oblivion to get things done. He's just playing it because he's having a good time. I'm playing certain games like Clair Obscur. I was playing that game to get it done because I know Doom the Dark Ages is right around the corner, and I want time to be able to play that game as well. So I'm playing Expedition 33 to get it done. And now that's done, I'm moving on to Doom as soon as that comes out. But I'm gonna be playing Oblivion in the middle of it and whatnot. And it looks like Mafia, also Mind's Eye. I'm looking at that game too. Like, what's up?
Yeah, Mind's Eye looks nice. All right, chat. Welcome in, everyone. Fuck you says I'm here to support my good friend Roxy, meaning me. Very funny. Raichi, welcome in, says Dungeon of Hinterberg is good. It's Austrian, so someone agrees with you in chat, Cozy. Fuzzy, I only played a little bit of it, but it was cool. Yeah, I only looked at it. Ron Slasher says Fuzzy, Mafia needs romance. I don't know about that, man. I think they need just gore and death and killing people. Stanley Francois, what's happening, Stanley? Welcome in, brother. Welcome in. All right. Let's get straight into it. Mafia, the old country. Release date and $50 price point confirmed. Cozy, I'm pretty sure you're not into this style games, but I'm sure you've got a take on the $50 price point. Go ahead.
If that's what they think it's worth, and that's what they think, I applaud them for not just being like blanket $70 in this economy.
But you're still not interested in this type of game.
No, I should. Maybe I should just try all the ones I own.
You already own Mafia games, but you still haven't given them a go.
Yeah. Let's see.
At least tell us why. At least tell us why you're not into it. Come
I
on.
have like a bajillion games, so if someone gives me a game, well, no, if someone doesn't give me the game and I get it because it's part of like a bundle or something, which Mafia may have been, or it could have been one of the Amazon games given, then I am way less likely to be like, oh man, I need to play that. Stop being a little bad.
So you have it. You don't have anything against it. You just don't have it very high on your backlog list. That's all.
Yeah, let's see. I'm checking.
She's checking. All right, Matt. Mafia, the old country. Are you psyched for this game? And what do you think about that price tag?
I'm excited for it. I still need to beat the remake. I think I had my original save on the remake, and I went back to go check it out, and I forget what it was, but like I forget how many chapters there were in the game, but I only had like 2 or 3 chapters left on it, so I got really close to beating it, and I just never did. So I need to do that, but I'm excited for the old country. I mean, the first trailer they showed off looked good. That gameplay thing they showed us just the other day looked great. $50 is a really good price. Kind of something I hope we see more of. Obviously, not all developers and publishers will do that, but like, if you feel a game is worth that price, price it appropriately. That's really all I ask for. Also, I'll say I saw, and in fact, I just found it. I was just looking for it.
Mhm.
For you, Loke, and for anybody
Okay.
listening, Mafia: The Old Country on Steam. You can pre-purchase it for $42.49 on Green Man Gaming
What?
with code May 15.
That's
So
crazy.
so there you go. For anyone interested,
Oh, so
Can you send me this link?
I'll
Send the
send it
link.
to you right now.
I do
Appreciate
own
that.
a bunch of. I own all the Mafia games so
Of
far.
course she does. Hasn't
Same,
played any of them, but she owns
same.
them. You know what? In a way, guys, you should play the old country first, and then go and play the trilogy because this is like a prequel. Yes.
I have no idea. I would assume
No.
so. I mean, it's
Yeah.
early
This is
1900s, so
exactly. This is how it all
yeah.
started. La Cosa Nostra. Okay. I'm not gonna do the thing with my fingers. I don't
The
want to offend
thing.
any. Yeah. I did a little bit, but I'll let you do it because. uh,
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm
what?
gonna.
What?
I don't know if I can. I don't know if that works on YouTube. But
Hmm.
what if I drop the link in chat for
Do
everybody?
that. Do that. I think that could work. Rachie says the trilogy is cheap now, and Fuzzy says I bought NBA 2K the other night. Ham, can you explain to me why my team has a 94 Ryan Hollins with A plus
Huh?
3-point shooting? He attempted one career three and was never good. LOL. Ham has closed his camera. I'm guessing he's not here
No, I'm here.
right now. Oh, okay.
Because
You
Ryan
might
Hollins
answer
the
it,
Fuzzy.
goat.
Fuzzy.
Hey, Fuzzy. Welcome to 2K, buddy.
Yeah.
Welcome to
Wow.
2K, buddy.
Wow.
And expect it to make a whole lot less sense.
Go gentle on
You
him.
should have seen when they added Quavo to 2K. I mean, it was like a 90 overall. Doesn't make any sense. Don't think too hard about it and just enjoy the ride, bud.
Our buddy Bill has like a level 99 Tim Duncan that hits threes all day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't
So
make
that's
sense.
so that's I mean that's 2K for you right there.
2K sounds like Call of
And
Duty.
keep in mind this isn't like you hear like a level 99 and stuff like that. And from my era, you would think that's a custom game, right? Coming from like where I come from, you would think, oh, this person's he just like edited his roster. Right? Remember back in the day in games where you could edit your roster, edit their skills and abilities, and you could like make a crazy lineup on an NFL game or a basketball game now. But now you pay for that stuff. Hope that you get it in a good role, right? You hope that you get that in a good. You hope that you open a perfect pack, right? Just has exactly what you need. You get some fucking washed up person you never heard of that's a 97. and then you use them as if they were prime LeBron James or Kobe or Jordan or hell even Charles Barkley. Because Charles Barkley be feeling like a D. Charles Barkley was a demon back in the day. Don't let anybody like he's goofy and stuff on the TV and TNT and stuff like that. But don't let nobody fool you. Charles Barkley back in the day was a demon, especially from the Sixers. But like they don't have a lot of these greats like Charles Barkley, like Reggie Miller. You look at the what is it called? The what was that year of the Clippers? You don't even want to play with them.
Oh, Lob City. Yeah.
Look at the Lob City. They don't even have Blake Griffin in the game. It's like, what are you going to do with the Clippers of that year without Blake Griffin?
Nothing.
Not a whole lot.
It reminds me of when remember back in the day, NBA Live like 2000. It didn't have Jordan in it, and like some of those other old basketball games, they didn't have Jordan because they couldn't. They didn't want to pay what it costs to get him in the game, and nobody ever wanted to use the Bulls because that one player was missing in every game.
Yeah, defeated the whole point.
It almost defeated the point of buying the game because Jordan ruled that timeline of games. So without him in the game, it's like this isn't an NBA game. This is nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I feel about that, man. NBA 2K. I can get on a rant on that in Madden for a long time because those two games, they just do things that are just so. I mean, I get it. All they're trying to chase is $1, but it is obnoxious, and people just let it slide.
Yeah. Does the 99 Shaq hit free throws?
Dude, if you're not playing as him,
Yeah, if the CPU's playing as him, he will.
That's
if you let the CPU play
insane.
as him, he's playing. He's hitting like 8 out of 10.
Yep.
Cozy, I don't know if you've watched basketball or if you know who Shaquille O'Neal is.
I know who that is.
Okay, so you know how comically bad he was at
I
free
do not
throws.
know anything
This
outside
Well, she ain't
guy-
gonna know that.
Space
She
Jam.
just knows
I
who he
know
is.
Space Jam.
Cozy, let me give you some math. If
Is he like in
Shaq
like
took
10 seconds of that
100
movie?
free throws, he'd make less than 5.
How's that
That's
possible?
how
That's not
bad he
true.
was.
No, you
That's
can't be
not
that bad.
Come on, Matt. He was
That's not true.
terrible at free
Less
throws.
than 5 out of 100. That's not true.
I'd say like 25.
Bro, Ben Wallace would
seems
smoke
really
5
low.
out of 100
Free
easy.
throws are the easiest. The free throws are the easiest.
Ben, they're not for Shaq. They're not actually the easiest.
Yeah, they're not easy. Typically, and I found this out and when I played basketball, typically when you're taller and have bigger hands, shooting is way more difficult.
Not
Oh.
really. Not really,
Usually,
Matt. Because
well, not
Tim
anymore.
Duncan, Nikola Jokic,
Again,
know?
not
It's a lot of
anymore.
okay.
But Tim Duncan wasn't pulling up from 3. Let's be real.
No, we're talking about free throws.
I'm okay, but free throws are free
Hakeem,
throws.
Hakeem Olajuwon, Magic Johnson. Come on,
Sure.
bro. There's a whole lot of tall guys that just hit free throws, no problem.
Exactly,
The
and
problem was
that's
Shaq.
that's why they're freaks of nature who are in the NBA and who
Yeah,
are
Shaq
like
was
legit Hall of Fame players.
yeah, but Shaq was a problem though.
Yeah, he was because he was dominant, not because he was a good shooter.
No, because he was terrible at free throws. I'm talking about free throws
Yeah,
right now. And
that's fair.
going to Fuzzy's question about people hitting threes that should never be hitting threes in 2K.
Yeah,
Yeah. Ron Slasher says Jason Tatum should be removed from 2K.
he should needs to get more aura.
No, he doesn't suck. He doesn't, and I
No,
hate to
he's
say
good.
this.
He just has no aura.
It's the team. No, it's the team's tactics, Matt. It's the team's tactics. Everyone was
his
told to
aura.
hit threes. He can beat people off the dribble. He's not bad. He's not bad. Ron Slasher says
He's
they
really
need to add
good.
romance 2K25. Stop it. Stop it.
Here's the thing: they
Oh,
probably
man.
will. Give it. I bet it's in there by 2K28.
Romance in 2K28.
Dude, didn't they just add a game with like? Didn't they? I could be tripping. Didn't they just add like a game mode that was like that had like guns in it and shit on 2K? It
In
was like
2K.
like a battle royale.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't a battle royale.
well, it was like a Fortnite thing, but not like.
Oh
But there's
yeah, I
guns in it.
remember. I remember they did something like, oh yeah, you know what? Scratch it. Yeah, we're gonna get romance. We're gonna get romance. He's not
You'll
bad.
get that.
You're right. You're right. My bad. Oh my god, I forgot about that one. Completely forgot about that one. All right,
Yeah.
all right. Ham, Mafia, the whole
Yep.
country. What are your thoughts on the game? All right, the trailer that we're looking at right now, and the $50 price.
Looks small.
Looks small.
Mm-hmm. So most of them, like I've played 1, 2, and 3, and this one just like looks like a tighter game. It looks like it looks like they show a lot of respect to like the mafia culture and stuff like that. It looks really good, high quality, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a big game like Mafia 2 or 3 or even the initial one that's been remade. Right? This just, I mean, it's a $50 price tag, which is very reasonable, but but it's not super often that you play a AAA budget $50 game that's long or has a ton in it. I feel like this game will respect what Mafia is, but I think it's definitely going to be on the smaller side of what you would have maybe expected them to be. Also, like the city element doesn't seem like as big of a factor as the previous Mafias did. This one seems very like personal. Does like I didn't really see any like cops or anything. Maybe there's cops in it. I don't know, but like I know that was kind of a big thing for the previous Mafia. It was like how the cops treated you and like the cop system within the games themselves. Mafia 2, you got wanted. Your face was on the paper and whatnot, and you had to go change clothes and like if you were walking outside that you just get noticed randomly, or if you're driving a car going over the speed limit, there was like a lot of detail in the city living zone within the Mafia games. This one feels very, I mean, as it's called, the old country, right?
Yeah.
It's very much country. And to me, that screams it's probably going to be a lot tighter, a lot less open world space, I guess. I'm not. I'm interested in it, but I'm not exactly excited about it. I'm excited that they're continuing Mafia, and I'm hoping this one gets me excited as I play it. But seeing what I'm seeing, it between an old ass car that looks like it's going to be rough to ride and a horse, I'm just like I'm not sure what to expect with traversing and doing maybe what I want to do compared to what the game wants me to do. Because I feel like you could do a lot of what you want to do in some of the other Mafias before you really did what they wanted you to do in the game.
Mm-hmm. And the $50 price tag, you good with that?
Oh, as I said, the $50 price tag, I'm not sure if I'm good with it because, like I said, I'm good with it in the sense of obviously game prices are getting out of hand, and $50 is great in comparison to what some Microsoft is asking for. $70 games I was asked for earlier this generation, and $80 as well as I mean, I said Microsoft, but Nintendo's doing that as well. And then and then the big question mark is GTA, which this is from this is a Take-Two game, so this is interesting seeing them price it at $50, right?
Yeah,
interesting to a lot of people is this is from the same publisher as like Rockstar and stuff like that, right? So it's coming out of the same.
And don't forget, they're the ones who took us to 70. Remember, they're the ones who started with the $70 price tag.
Very much so, yeah. Especially like the sports games and stuff like that. Absolutely.
But the difference is
2K?
probably you could literally do anything to 2K and GTA, and people will just still buy it. And that's not really true for Mafia.
No, that's absolutely not true for Mafia. Has to be, attractive to sell. It can't like just sell based off of its name. It has to show more than pretty graphics. It has to be also a good story around it. I felt like Mafia 1 was a phenomenal story. Mafia 2, the gameplay was a little bit more fun, but the story was a little less intriguing. It had intriguing moments, but it didn't make you feel as tight as Mafia 1 did. Mafia 3 so far with which is more or less you against the Mafia, essentially, is really intriguing just because you get to see it from the eyes of a brother. From a brother that tries to work with them and then gets fucked over.
Shafted.
Yeah, exactly. So those are really good aspects, and now they're bringing in the aspects of early mafioso stuff, which is really intriguing. But at the same time, it looks very condensed, and seeing that $50 price tag tells me that it's condensed as well. So as much as I like the price, I also am like, what does that really mean?
But is that a problem though? If it is, let's assume it's condensed.
Because if you believe in your story and you want it to be tight, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. Do what you're gonna do. We'll decide if it's good or not.
Yeah. I feel like size doesn't always matter. You can have a gigantic thing, and it's crap or mediocre, like Shadows. Or you can have a tight experience, but it's amazing.
Like South of Midnight was a very tight experience, and I actually enjoyed it because of the tight experience.
Yeah.
Expedition 33 was a fairly tight experience, but it was a lot looser than something like South of Midnight, but it made sense for the type of story and setting that it provided. Some of them, like we were talking about Ubisoft, some of those games don't really warrant the expanse that they try to put to the games. And then also, some of the worlds don't really exude as much fun over a long period of time as they do in like a Fallout or something like that, where it feels fun and goofy, and you don't know if you're going to run into somebody serious. You don't know if you're going to run into somebody like soft and weak. You don't know if you're going to run into a jokester. Like, it just has so many different levels over it compared to playing Avatar, and it's just one person fighting for their life after the next, and it kind of gets a little old after a little while.
Yeah. Oshus, welcome in, says, sup, Homo sapiens, and then Cozy corrected it. It's sapiens. That's true. Welcome in, Seawolf Gaming, and Infinite Umbra says, what's up? What's good, Hamlock, Matt, and Cozy? Did you ever check your messages on Steam, Cozy?
Oh, no. Oh.
Go and check them.
Yeah, I don't know how you can keep all them tabs open, but you don't see that.
Because
Miss 300 tabs.
No, never mind. I opened a new window. I was gonna say I closed some of them, but then I opened like 20 more today.
Of course you did, Cozy. Of course you did. All right. So prices, people.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Now you gotta talk about it.
I got Killer is Dead Nightmare Edition.
Nice.
All right, I know what I'm playing next.
That's very nice.
I'm gonna install it now.
Seawolf, I survived about an hour and a half, almost 2
Yeah,
hours.
I watched it after me. Matt watched it on his own time. I watched it on my own time, and man, the way you were stepping back and looking at it, pausing. You know what was soul crushing to me watching it? What was soul crushing watching it for me was how little you cared about your viewers. How
Bro,
little you
I
cared
don't care.
about
Disrespectful.
your viewers.
Disrespectful.
I'm going to tell you something.
Gave you
That was an
$10.
outright disrespect
Yep.
stream. It was an outright disrespect
Yep.
stream because there was no game audio. There was no game audio
None.
the entire time. Your mic was turned up so loud that that it was like almost painful to listen to for too long. Like only when you talked was it okay. And when I have to wait for you to speak for it to be okay, that stinks.
I agree with you, Ham. I probably should not stream Hellblade again.
No. You're gonna keep streaming it, but you should stream it like a normal person. And like, I don't care if you dog on the game the entire time, like you did. That didn't bother me. What bothered me is like I couldn't hear the game at all, so I had no idea what they were saying in the cutscene.
There is one positive thing. There is one positive thing that the Hellblade 2 stream is going to cause in all of this. I'm actually learning to use OBS.
There you go.
And I should be done connecting the OBS to the TSWS channel by tomorrow.
I'm telling you, man, I'd love to watch. Me and Matt would love to watch you. Tell us when you're going to do it. And then if you need any assistance,
I'm not going to tell you nothing. I'm not going to tell you boys nothing.
That's just rude.
I
gave you $10.
I can give it back. I can give it back. I am open to doubling it and giving it back.
No, you can't. Here's what you can do. You can play that game and make sure the audio works.
I'll do that. I'll do that. I also rewatched it and I saw the issues and whatever. And I was having a chat with Vincent Vega. He sent me some links and whatever. I'm trying to sort it out. I'll finish finish linking it probably tomorrow.
That's a 2-second fix. What your issue was a 2-second fix. And that's why I was like, man, I wish I was watching this live because I could have just told him, hey, go right there and hit this button and just pick the correct source for your audio. That's it.
Hellblade deserves it.
Well, so do you.
Clearly.
You know what I should do?
What?
Let's give you another $10 to restart it with proper audio. That's what I should do.
You're not going to do that. And moving on.
I might not.
Don't tell me you won't do it, Luke.
Oh, yeah, okay. You could probably do it. You could probably do that, Matt.
I
could probably do that.
I could.
But I'm sorry. And my next stream, I'll do it properly. But I'm not going to restart it. Deal?
We might have a deal. We also might not. Right. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my $10. I don't know.
That's fucked up. Man.
I don't know. I could give it to you. I could not. Up. We don't know. We won't find out until we do. I don't know.
That's messed up. That is very messed up. I even forgot what I wanted to ask about the $50 Mafia thing. God damn it, Matt, you're stressing me out right now. You are stressing me out.
You know, that stream stressed me out, Luke.
Okay, I got it.
My favorite part was when you were like, "That was a punch. That was a punch."
Yo, that guy swung on her. Like if I had to restart that game, I would enjoy that part. Like, and then the part where the dude was like this with the sword and the knife. With that like the thunder behind him. Oh, that was cool. That was like some God of War shit.
Look at all that thorough enjoyment he is having.
Yep.
It's exuding.
Yep. I love it.
Notice none of it is directed towards the
Matt, did you notice that like he played an hour and a half of the game, but he didn't learn to run for about an hour?
Yeah, that was too bad.
He was like, you can't run. That motherfucker was walking.
Oh,
it was terrible.
That's
Walking
tragic.
with no audio. It was just awful.
That is tragic.
Listen. The less people that watch Hellblade streams, whether it's mine or anyone else, the better for the world. Anyways, going back
No.
to
Meanwhile, Loke can't wait to walk across the mountain.
Yeah. Yeah,
listen, Death
dude,
Stranding.
the
No,
nerve,
no,
the
no,
nerve, dude, the
no.
nerve of Loke
It's
to
not
be
the same
this,
thing.
the
It's not the
nerve of
same thing.
Loke. No, hold on, Loke. Shut up, Loke.
Oh, you gotta
The,
listen to this. You gotta take
the
it.
nerve of Loke. I remember watching that, and he said, "Oh, another cutscene." The nerve of Loke, of all people, to say, "Oh, another cutscene." Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. That's insane. You sat there. This cutscene's going on for an awfully long time. Are you for real, Loke?
Yeah.
Are you honestly being serious?
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah, yeah, yeah. Say that and then say your favorite developer with a straight face.
yeah, that's crazy.
Cozy is the only one that actually agrees with me.
I
Cozy
mean,
agrees with me.
I mean, sure, Loke.
There you go.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
There you go. Sure,
Uh,
Loke. Yeah.
Sea Wolf. Sea Wolf, that's not a comeback, bro. That is not a comeback. I need you to get it together. Get it together. It's not a comeback. So going back to the Mafia and $50 price tag, I saw someone actually. I now remember it. Legendary drops. Stop it, C for skills. Stop it. All right, we're done. We're done ragging on PlayStation. In fact, we
That
didn't even
PlayStation
start.
games are 70%
We,
cut.
I did, we're, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
He spin.
We're not doing
He
this.
dropped that C4 on you. Boom.
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Cozy,
Yes.
Legendary Drops said that just because of the price, he would be more. He's more interested in buying this game just because of the price. Do you feel like the prices of games will motivate you to buy more like diverse or different types of games compared to like 80 or $70 games
Who do
versus the
you think you're
$50
talking
games?
to?
She's already said she doesn't buy things more than $30. Look, I don't.
So even $50 is not going to do it for you.
I mean, there are outliers, but overall,
No.
yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna go take that $50, go over to GOG or Steam or Microsoft Store
She got Helldivers.
get like 80 games. I actually got Helldivers for $30.
Yeah,
I mean, that's also a benefit of being a PC gamer, though. So there's that.
Yeah.
that's true.
Big
Yeah.
benefit of being a
I'm
PC
gonna
gamer.
fill up my cart with that $50 and get a bunch of games.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, look, you're talking about all this like $50 being more attractive.
Yeah.
Every single PlayStation, every single PC fan seen the new prices for Xbox and Nintendo and just said, nah.
I'm good.
No. They just said nah. Like that's not happening. It's just not happening.
What happened when Microsoft announced $80 games? PC gamers said, "Oh, I guess I pay $70 now." Because you already get the $10 off at least
With free
$10
internet.
off. Yeah, like
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Free online as well.
And that's not even counting, like, in some cases, like, I know Play Obscure wasn't $70, but, like, $50 game, dude, I can go on GG.deals right now and get Claire Obscure for $30.
I've seen that.
That's $20 off.
I was tempted. I'm tempted
So-
to buy games that are like that are more recent, that are like $60 and $70 games, but they're like 30% off, and I'm like, maybe I will. I don't, because I love them. But
Yeah,
I'm
Vinny
like,
I think Vinny said he got Space Marine for like 42 or $45 on release.
PC is kind of wild. The pricing on PC is kind of crazy. I don't know what that's about.
That's because you can't fool the people on
Yeah.
PC. You
They're
can't.
not.
We're
They're
not,
not. No.
not suckers.
You're not gonna box us in. That's what they say. You're not gonna box us in. We don't like your game. We'll team up.
We'll figure it out on the high seas. Yes, Seawolf, thank you for giving us Xbox games. Yeah, you see, that's a better comeback. That's a better comeback. Thank you. Thank you. Matt, I want to reiterate the question,
Yo.
right? Because Ham went to the other side of like, yeah, when they put the prices up, the PC gamers specifically were like, no, thank you. My question is to Legendary Drops point, which is when it's 50 at
Mhm.
launch and it looks this good, is there any part of you that's like, this thing was not, it was not on my radar in terms of day one. I was looking at it like, yeah, this is going to be in my backlog. I'll play it maybe, I'll buy it next year or the year after that. Does does it launching $50 motivate you to be like, I should probably buy this? Because what happens is, right, as much as people want to pretend it's not true, the developers and the publishers, they pay attention to market behavior. And the more people like will support this game, the more structures and scopes will follow these types of games like this and Clear Obscure, etc., etc. So does seeing this make you think I'm gonna buy it now instead of waiting until 2027?
I was gonna buy it anyway. I mean,
Okay,
for
so
like, I
I'm
guess
saying other
in this,
games, other games,
yeah, yeah,
other
yeah,
games.
yeah. Well, thing is, for me personally, it depends. Like, I have to have a real, genuine, like, it's got to be like a rare ass game for me to have that thought process. Like, I can't, like, the only example I can think of is like, I had no interest in not Hellblade, Elden Ring,
Hmm.
and then I saw the scores, and then I saw my buddy
And it
Vinny
went
talking
viral.
about it. Yeah, then my buddy Vinny was talking about. I was like, shit, okay, damn it, yeah, okay, I'll get it.
Ooh.
Versus, what's up?
No, go ahead. I want to implement this topic after this topic.
Uh-oh.
Sure. So
Go ahead.
versus like this being $50, whether it was 50 or 70, I was gonna get it. I'm trying to think of a game that I think it's gonna be 70. It comes out, it's 50, and then that sways my opinion. Like I don't. I guess
No.
here's the thing. Here's the answer. If I really enjoy that kind of game, yes, it'll sway my opinion.
All right. All right. Go ahead.
Or are we done with this topic?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I wanted to throw this up. The side activities are confirmed for GTA 6, and I thought that was kind of interesting. From Say Cheese. And it says right here side activities that are confirmed in GTA 6: workout, gym, MMA fighting, fishing, pool,
Let's go.
billiards, mini golf, scuba diving, basketball, hunting, dirt bike racing, kayaking, clubbing, watching TV, and playing video games.
I need
That's a lot.
bowling. I need bowling with my cousin Roman.
That'd be pretty slick. Bowling is not on the list, surprisingly.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but this is like the confirmed ones so far, so it might end up there. Either way, that's a cool list of things. Hunting is sick. Fishing is sick. Pool. I like pool mini games. I like that kind of stuff. That's awesome. MMA fighting is pretty damn
Scuba
cool.
diving is what has me
Yeah,
interested. I'm like, yo, that sounds dope. Dirt bike
yeah.
racing too. Actually having like a actual dirt bike racing track would be pretty dope. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, I mean, this game has the
Clubbing.
realisticness, right? I'm trying to see that club scene, right?
Hell yeah.
Loke ain't leaving the club. He said that motherfucker don't
That's the
close on
first
my
place
watch.
I'm going. That's the first place I'm going. What are you talking about?
Loke is gonna go get broke initially at the strip club.
That's where I'll live, bro. Like That's why I'm saving my game. Like that's why I'm starting my game. That's why I'm ending it before I go to bed. What are we
And I
talking
get the
Wow.
about?
all-you-can-eat wings.
Man, clap, clap, clap. Shit.
I'm interested in how they'll do how they'll take care of the basketball in the game, seeing that they make a basketball game.
Hmm.
I mean, not technically them, but they come from the same publisher that makes a basketball game. So I'm
Yeah.
wondering how well or identical it may look to like 2K.
Hmm.
Interesting, but that's just a little tidbit that I wanted to bring up. You can continue with regular programming or whatever.
No, that was actually part of the. It was part of the things I wanted to discuss. Um,
Oh,
Cozy, you weren't here on Wednesday when we spoke
Hmm.
about the trailer. Are you still indifferent to GTA?
Still indifferent. It's a lot of stuff, but a lot of stuff I don't care about. If I wanted to experience the real world, I would go outside.
That's a compliment, right? That's a compliment.
What?
You're saying GTA is the real world.
I mean, yeah. But it's like, honestly, this would be cooler if it wasn't like, just like, if it wasn't like a GTA world. Like some of the
Uh-huh.
stuff. Like, I don't really care about like most games that take place in the real world.
So,
In
like
real life.
Mind's Eye would be more interesting to you.
Yeah. Like, give me a
Hmm.
cool sci-fi setting or something, or even hell, fantasy setting. In
Okay,
addition,
but
I still don't trust the gameplay from any Rockstar games. I think it
so
sucks.
Yakuza, which is more or less like Japanese GTA in a way, without vehicles, are you interested
Oh, I
in
like
Yakuza?
Yakuza. Actually,
Ah,
it's the best rhythm game you can get.
okay. So besides no vehicles, what's different in Yakuza from GTA?
I like the rhythm game. I literally just play Yakuza for the rhythm game.
There's rhythm games in GTA.
Are they good?
All right, all right.
Because I know at least the combat in GTA I think sucks. The driving in GTA I think sucks. So it's like basically a lot of things suck in the game. So I'm not going to waste time wading through the
All
little
right.
bits to get to parts that might be good.
Okay. From this list, me personally, I'm most excited about being able to work out in the game and get ripped. That sounds fucking awesome. It sounds incredible. Ham, what are you most excited to do in this game? Is it basketball that you highlighted? Is that what you're most excited for?
no, I said scuba diving earlier.
Oh, yeah, he
Scuba.
did.
Okay.
But are
Okay.
you saying he's a basketball person?
No, no, I just see it highlighted there. Forgot. My bad. My bad. Jeez. Matt, what are you most excited? Oh, also, Cozy, there's fishing. There's fishing. It's on the list. There's fishing in GTA.
Fishing is
Matt,
cool. But
Yeah.
Matt, what are you
no!
most excited? What are you most excited to do here?
Uh, I like a fishing mini game. Hunting is cool. Um, but probably I probably go kayaking. Not all that.
Kayaking.
You know what I can do fishing in? A lot of other games for cheaper.
You can.
Have you ever bought those best fishing games, Cozy, where the
No,
whole game is just
you
fishing?
shouldn't. I don't like. It can't be the whole game. It has to be
That's the
like.
best. That's the
So,
best part, right?
no,
Those are the best fishing games.
no. So it has to be something to break up the game, like where I'm just like going out, like fighting creatures and stuff like that, and suddenly I'm like I honestly think my favorite instance of fishing is near
Yeah.
because it caught me off. I was like, oh, and I was just like, I walked up to something and it said give me the option to fish, and I was like, I can. And then I spent like 3 hours fishing. And there's like this little lake in the middle of like nowhere, that nowhere desert that you can just go to and fish. And I wandered out
Uh-huh.
there, I found it, and I was like, oh! And I just fished. Shut up.
Okay, so for you, it's fishing that's like crucial to have in a game on the side. Ham,
Yeah.
right? Let's go with Cozy's thinking here. What's the
Okay.
one mechanic that you need, or not need, but that you get super excited if it's in a game and it's not the main thing? Like for Cozy, it's fishing. What is it for you?
Flying.
Flying, the option to fly,
Yeah.
I gets you
Or really
pumped.
just like different movement options, right? Like I like to be able to move fast and quick and kind of all over the place at will.
Flying. Okay, I didn't expect that one. Matt,
Yeah. So
what do you get excited about? That's not like a core thing that you'll find in games.
good combat.
That's like a core thing in games. I'm saying like on the level
Sure,
that
but
Coach is
not in
talking
all
about.
games.
Where fishing, right? Fishing has nothing to do with like the main part of Neo Automata or Fire Emblem or GTA or all these other games that have fishing in them. But it's something that for her
Far
in
Cry.
or Far Cry
Sure.
exactly. But it's something. It's like an ancillary, a
Then good.
miscellaneous
Then it's
activity.
good driving.
Driving.
Good like actually proper good driving mechanics.
Okay. Okay. It's nice. So it's not just
That's
the main.
true. Like there's some games where it's just like I'll even go with Death, like the first Death Stranding. Some of
Mm-hmm.
the driving in
Horrible.
that game just stinks,
It
and
It's
was
it's
bad.
just like, man, this is
awful.
like a curb, and you can't drive over it. Like,
Yep.
It's bad.
like I feel like just the Decima engine, just that entire engine, has a
Yes.
problem with
Moving fast.
moving fast and around objects.
Dude.
Because it's just like that in Horizon as well. When you're on a mounted on like a mounted creature or something like that, it just feels like shit.
It's
Yep.
like a
You'll get
tank.
stopped. You'll run into a pebble and stop completely from a full sprint. It's terrible. It's horrible.
All
Um,
right.
I'll even say
Mm-hmm.
Watch Dogs 1 to Watch Dogs 2. I want to know how the driving got worse in Watch Dogs 2.
Oof.
I would love to understand that. But it did. It did. And it
I have
was
a
a
hot
bummer.
take. I
What's
have a hot
that?
take. I don't have I don't have a problem with how the Mako worked in the original Mass Effect.
Okay, you're
Here's the,
you're you are disgusting.
so here's the thing. Here's the thing, Lope.
I
It
agree.
worked fine. It
I
worked fine for me.
Here's the thing. I don't think it's great. In fact, I don't even really think it's good, to be honest. But
No, it's not.
the way people hyped it up to be like the worst thing ever,
Yes, yes, man.
No.
I'm with
It's
and
you.
then
it's
I
Yeah.
pl-
not the
and then
worst
I
thing ever.
and then I played it, and I was like, this is kind of like a stupid warthog from Halo. Like a
That's
real.
all.
This is kind of like a stupid warthog. It's not the worst thing ever, but it's still not good. I can put up with this.
Yeah.
I didn't like the Batmobile, and I think Arkham City.
Arkham City.
Arkham
You
Knight
mean
was
Arkham
Well,
Knight
yeah,
or
Arkham Knight. Yeah, Arkham Knight. The big
yeah?
tank
what?
one. The big tank one.
What?
I didn't like the
I
way that
loved
thing moved.
it. I
I
loved
Yeah,
hated.
it.
I hated the way that thing moved.
I enjoy it quite a bit. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Didn't love it.
Wow. Interesting.
I
Did
also
it feel
hate.
stiff?
Also hate the way the horse feels in Zelda games. I hate it. Hate it. Matt, I'm pretty sure Matt listened to me for like 2 hours bitching about that.
Talking about the horse.
I hated the Zelda horse. I hated it so much.
Oh man, there's so much hate for Nintendo. We'll save it up, Ham. Save it up. We're gonna have a lot of time for Nintendo for you to hate on them.
Yeah, good old pals of ours, right?
Man, yeah, yeah, yeah. I like it. I like it. The wordplay, very good, very good, Ham.
No pal of mine.
No pal of mine. Hell no. Hell to the motherfucking no. Speaking of pals, let's move on to it then. Let's move on to it. Um, Power World developer Pocket Pair says it's being forced to patch the game due to Nintendo and the Pokemon company's lawsuit. So Power World developer Pocket Pair says recent patches made changes to the game that were focused upon. Sorry, Power developer Pocket Pair says recent patches made changes to the game that were forced upon it as a result of the ongoing patent lawsuits with Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. Someone at IGN needs to work on this first sentence. There's at least two commas missing here, but they made it one complete sentence. Maybe I'm being
Glorious
anal. Maybe I'm being
journalism.
anal. Sorry, Cozy?
It's gaming journalism at its finest.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I
Uh,
It's the
like I
it's
don't
the
know. I don't know.
greatest gaming journalism outlet ever.
Wow. This is ridiculous right here. Wow. Look at this.
Is that ham?
That's
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 all.
ham.
lovely.
That's
And
That's
Oh my
all
god, is
ham.
that me in the back?
That's
Yes.
cozy.
it's all
Oh my
love,
god.
goodness.
Holy shit.
No,
That's so
no.
good.
You
That is
know
so
what?
good.
I
Cozy,
feel
you
good
look
about
great.
that.
Cozy,
I feel
you
good
look
about
great.
that. I feel good about that. I finally
That's
made it into one of
beautiful.
those.
This is
Let's go.
beautiful. This is peak art.
It looks
Let's
good.
go.
It looks good.
You know what's terrible? I thought the person in the front was Oshus for a second. I was like, wait a second, that's me.
That's ham.
The
That's
light-skinned
ham.
Oshus. I was like, wait a second, no, that's me.
Oh my goodness.
That's
That's
lovely.
I love it.
that is nice.
Yeah, my mustache is fucking hitting.
Yeah, we all got great mustaches. Me, you, and
Yes,
Loke
we
right
do.
there.
Yes, we do.
That is
But like
wonderful.
my hair is all slick back. I look like a pimp. That's nice. That's very nice.
Yeah, I kind of look like Lincoln in that picture right there.
Yeah, you do. You do. That is nice. That is very nice.
God bless.
Thank you, Fark.
Never seen my
Appreciate
hair that straight before. That's nuts.
Right.
Appreciate you, Fark. Thank you. Thank you.
That is nuts. Thank you. That was wild. You
Yeah,
actually included us in something without making us look like Loke did the other day. That was rough.
Look was looking like those brats from Crime Mom.
Oh,
I was dying. What was that chick's name? Diamond or something?
I don't know. I just remember calling him Mary Loke Blige.
Oh,
yeah, Mary Loke Bride. That's what you said.
oh man.
It's fantastic.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Fark. Stanley said, Loke is the pimp named Slickback from the boot. Oh yeah, from the Boondocks. From the Boondocks. Let's go. And with this serious look, I'm like, where's my money, bitch? Where's my money? Anyways, going back to going going back to the gaming industry's pimp named Nintendo. Power World launched on Steam, priced $30 and straight into Game Pass on Xbox and PC early 2024, breaking records, blah, 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 blah. After the huge launch, comparisons were made between Power World's pals and Pokemon, some accusing Pocket Pair of ripping off Pokemon designs, but rather than file a copyright infringement lawsuit, Nintendo and the Pokemon Company went down the patent route. They want 5 million yen, approximately $32,000 each, plus late payment damages, as well as an injunction against Power World that would block its release. In November, Pocket Pair confirmed the 3 Japanese-based patents, which revolve around catching Pokemon in a virtual field.
Hold on, real quick. Why is this girl so thick?
Oh my god. What's happening?
Well, what stream did you bring up? What you doing over
This
there?
is IGN. This is IGN. Stop it. Leave me alone. This is IGN.
This is IGN Africa.
Bro.
From
Wait,
Remote
why?
Loke from Texas over here working for IGN Africa.
It looks like there's
IGN.
something wrong with her. I don't know
There's
what's
nothing
going
wrong with
on.
her. She squats.
She got
She
them
squats like a
No,
thyroids.
that's not squatting. Look, that's a disease. That's a disease.
That's some thyroids right there, man.
Hold
Yeah,
on, hold on, hold
something's
on,
gone wrong.
hold on. Let me pause it. Hold on. You know
Look,
what?
look at
You're right.
that.
That's not squatting. That's not squatting, dude. Her legs are like the size of are like the size of her torso. That's not squatting.
Matt,
That's not squatting, Luke.
all I'll
Stop
say is, all I'll say is
it.
wood.
I'm sure you would, bud.
I'm
That's all.
telling you, she looks like a Cardi B version of the woman from fucking Fifth Element. Remember that singing woman that had the stones in her stomach?
I
If
I completely
That's
forgot.
like, yeah,
What?
that's like if
Am
Cardi.
I the
That's
only
like
one
if
that's familiar with the Fifth Element here? That's crazy.
might be.
No,
I only
not
remember. I
really.
only remember the ending. I only remember the ending from Fifth Element.
That
That's the only thing I remember.
That movie
that
was
looks
a
like if
banger.
that looks like if Cardi B was a Pokemon and that was her final form. Is
Cozy,
that right there?
Cozy, tell Matt that women look like that. Tell him.
I mean,
Sure, sometimes a woman looks like that, but that's not the normal look.
I'm just gonna say I've seen a lot of coworkers that are built like that.
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
go. Let's go. Cozy, where do you work? Because I just want to drop off my
God
You
CV.
know
damn,
what's
look,
really
you're a
wild?
deviant.
You know what's really wild is that they're African. They're African.
They're African, of
Yeah.
course, of course, of course. But I'm telling you guys, if you guys go to South Africa, this build is not rare. Like slim, all of this is slim, and then when you get to the hips, it's like bam.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
telling you.
that's just being thick, but that's not thick.
No,
Because
they're
I
it's
built
think
like
she,
this. They are literally built like this.
that I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm just saying there's a difference between being thick and being whatever. Like she looks like one of those what's the
this is also
aliens?
thick.
She looks what's the alien that Garrus is? What's the alien that Garrus is from Mass Effect? She's got one of those bodies, but it's not like a box.
A
She's got one of
Turian.
those. Yes, she looks like a Torian.
What?
And that's not good.
Saurians have bird legs.
But I'm
Yeah,
saying,
that's what I'm
like, you know how
saying.
like on like a Torian's body, it goes, it's like really skinny, it goes down, and
Uh
then it
huh.
goes bam out like that. But it's like a box.
Yeah,
That's
but
that, but it's not a box.
this one has the curve, and it's oh my god. Okay,
Put
we've
it,
gone
yeah.
down this rabbit hole for too long.
Let's
Wow.
let's let's go. Let's go.
That's just
Uh,
shaming women.
yeah, that's all Matt's doing right now. Matt
That's
has a
not
problem
normal.
with women having different sizes. Matt,
I
don't
love.
don't let Cozy stand
Listen.
up.
Listen
Don't
here.
let Cozy stand up on you,
Listen
man.
here. I
She'll
love.
shock you,
I love women of all
Don't
different
let Cozy
sizes.
stand up.
But
man.
Logan, you better relax.
I'm just saying
Look, you
that's
need to
different.
relax. You need to relax.
man, Matt needs to
Look, stop
relax. I'm
swaying
saying,
like that. Look,
I'm saying,
stand still. Relax.
why? Why? What?
Because
What's up?
because
What's up?
you looking at this video and now you talking about people on the panel and you swaying, you
Man,
getting your swerve on, and I'm not appreciating it.
let me take a sip. I am dressed, Ham. Stop it. I am dressed. All right.
I mean, you should be.
What's
Man.
this about? What's this about Asari, Sapo? I don't understand. What's up with Asari? Asari are pretty normal sized in
No,
my
not the
opinion.
Asari. It's not the Asari.
Yeah. Fox says
You're
she's got
talking about Krogan.
beautiful tree trunk legs. That's a way to describe it.
Yeah, those are
Tree.
definitely tree trunk legs. I'll give him that.
All right, let's get back to Nintendo because this was wild. This was wild. So in November,
She
Pocket
got a
Play
lot of lymph.
Got so much
in,
lymph
no,
on them legs, Ernie.
in November, Pocket Pair confirmed three Japan-based patents which revolve around catching Pokemon in a virtual field it is being sued over. Palworld does include a mechanic that involves throwing a ball-like object called a Pal Sphere at monsters out in a field to capture them, similar to the mechanic seen in the 2022 Nintendo Switch exclusive Pokemon Legends Arceus. So before I carry on with this article, I just want to go around the panel and expurgate a little on the ridiculousness of what's being discussed here. Nintendo, right, wants to copyright throwing a object to capture an animal. Based off of this, we can extrapolate and say, I don't know who was the first one to do turn-based, can now sue every turn-based game. They can now go and sue Clear Obscure. Because now we're not patenting the look of Pikachu. Now we're now trying to patent actual actions in game. Metal Gear, if it was the first one to make a mechanic where a character could crawl on the ground, could they now sue Call of Duty or anyone else that has characters that crawl on the ground with while holding a gun? It's nuts. This is insane. It we all joke about hating Nintendo, but I just want to go around the panel and confirm with you guys that this is categorically, like, this is worse than even the price increases. Because if this goes on, everyone can copyright everything, and that's it for gaming. Because everything that has ever been made, everything that is being made is based off of something someone else did in the past. Am I being a drama queen, Ham?
No, this is high level hating. That's what this is. This is just high level hating. You know, you're a big company. You are known for putting out a product that, you know, people enjoy. You actually, you know, own part of that product, right? Like Nintendo has rights to Pokemon, right? So
Yeah.
So you see somebody come out and embarrass you. That's what they did. They came out and embarrassed you.
They took their lunch, man.
Yeah, for real. They came out and took their lunch, and they did it with an oh so low price, with very low overhead, and they got embarrassed.
Yep.
And then on top of it, they're easily able to make hand over fist because they're not selfish and keeping it all to themselves. They're giving it to everybody. Hey, PC, you want some of this? Xbox, PlayStation, how y'all doing? Nintendo. I mean, they essentially telling Nintendo, you can suck it or not. It don't matter to me.
It's not a problem.
Yeah, it is not a problem. And Nintendo is just greedy, mad, pissy, distraught. They just got they essentially just got fucking dunked on. And they just can't handle it. They just can't handle it. And the only people that feel bad for Nintendo are people that are diehard fans for Nintendo. Nobody else cares. Nobody. Everybody else is thinking you got what you deserve. Because y'all been half-assing Pokemon games and overcharging for simple stuff for a long time. This really reminded me of when NBA or NFL 2K5 was like, kiss my ass, Madden. $20. $20 for this football game that's better than yours for 60 or 50 or whatever it was.
Yep.
Just a spit in the face right to them. And you got to know the Power World people knew what they knew what they were doing. They knew they were spitting in their face. But to me, it's just like, that's what competition is, right? Instead of competing, Nintendo. I mean, one of my favorite rappers, Drake. One of my favorite rappers. I'm sorry. Last year it was like, instead of competing, you sued.
You call the lawyers.
You know, and that's literally what Nintendo's doing right now. And it's just like, I can still like Nintendo, but I can easily admit that they're doing some fuck shit.
There's definitely some fuck shit.
Right, man. Like, why do this? Why not just make a game? Because they could easily make a game that's almost identical to this and sell probably way more just on just on Nintendo by itself. They could sell, well, maybe not way more, but a good amount. And then if they ever even opened up the opportunity to allow it on another platform, hell, just even iOS and Android, they could demolish this game. But instead, they're playing the petty route. Yeah. We've seen what happened. People were walking in the middle of the street for Pokemon Go. So, like, to me, to go after a small developer like them is just such a bitch move. It's just, to me, that's just such a bitch move, though, man. Like you literally had people walking in front of cars to go to a Pokemon gym.
So they gotta get rid of the throwing, the ball throwing?
Yes.
I'd say.
Do you know how they do it now?
How?
Just teleport.
Now the character just appears. The creature just appears next to you. You press the button, it appears next to you.
What they should do is make a POW pack, and you call out the POW pack, and the POW pack descends and has a balls in it, and one of the balls picks up the POW.
You just don't throw it
back into the pack. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But can you imagine? We're living in a world where they're patenting throwing it. That's crazy.
The thing is, though, it's Nintendo. I can't imagine that. I can totally imagine that. Why did
they make it cubes?
Every chance,
or diamonds.
Every chance I get. What's up?
No, go ahead.
No, say every chance I get to bring it up, I'll remind people, Nintendo literally owns a guy in Canada. They own his life. They have.
What do you mean they own his life?
He is so unbelievably sued. Any money he gets for the rest, he's a slave to Nintendo.
So how does he survive?
I don't know. It's a good fucking question. It's a really good question. I don't think Nintendo's too concerned about that, as long as they get their money. So, like,
why did they sue him?
I can't remember it was something like he was obviously to do with pirating, but
okay.
they basically just made an example out of this guy and ruined his life. To like the meme of like we'll never financially recover from this. Quite true for that guy. Quite
like
true for that guy.
He'd need to become a millionaire.
Even then, all that money would be going to them. He'd be fucked. He is fucked.
Okay, a billionaire?
So, maybe. But good luck with that. Either way, I brought that up.
They should make it a prism so they could be POW prisms.
Yeah.
Exactly. I brought that up just to be like, if Nintendo's going to be this petty, do exactly what Cozy says right there. Literally, do anything you want with a Pokeball or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Just don't throw it.
Matt, Sapo's point. I even forgot about this because Fritanga, I mentioned it in one of his videos last week. They've been filing this shit after the game came out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I bet you they saw the game when that game has been on their radar forever, and they knew that game was being made.
Nuts.
And the thing is, if that game didn't take off, if that game wasn't as popular or even half as popular as it was when it launched, would have never they'd have kept the little tabs on it or whatever. They would have never done anything about it. They wouldn't have cared. It's the fact that it's popular. They said, "Oh wait, no, we can't have that. We can't have you doing that." And instead
But
of what's up?
going back to the guy that Nintendo owns, I'm sorry. Now I'm
Yeah,
curious.
yeah,
I've been sharing some gameplay that I've acquired from Fire Emblem Three Houses on Twitter once in a while.
yeah.
Should I not be doing that?
I would say no. I would say just to be safe, don't do that. Just to be safe,
Jeez.
do not do that. Like I'll have to talk off stream about it because I'm not gonna do it on a stream. But
All right. I'm just saying, if you're in
yeah,
background a Canadian, I'm easy pickings.
yeah. Just don't post stuff like that. I'll just give you that pro tip.
What?
But like
Okay, go ahead.
it, it's just it's so silly that instead of seeing this to Ham's point and being like, okay, we have competition now. Our next Pokemon game needs to be great because
Needs to
we
shut this
have
shit down.
yes, we have been slacking. We have been like whether you liked Arceus or not, you look at the performance on that. Granted, it is a Switch, but it's just so many other games are optimized very well first party for the Switch. Meanwhile, Arceus looks and runs like hot dog shit.
And so
It's
like
ours. It's
crazy.
Arceus.
Yeah,
It's
sells like
ours.
crazy because it's Pokemon and nobody like nobody wants to hold them to a standard. So the second they see any kind of competition, they're so used to not being held to a standard that they're like, nope, we can't have that. No, sue them immediately, dude. Just make a proper game, and you'll sell way more than you sold with Arceus, which was already a boatload. Just
But that
make a
takes too
proper
much
working game.
money,
They don't have
dude.
to.
Dude,
That's the problem.
Exactly. And Power World is putting them in a position where they now have to work. They now have to punch the clock and actually produce. It's not enough to just copy
that
and
would be
paste
cool.
and put a new logo on it. Now, because of these pricks in Japan, the guys at Power World, because of these pricks, we now have to think. We now have to innovate. Now we have to actually develop new stuff
You know
and
what?
attract play gamers.
I don't even think that's true.
Okay,
I don't think
explain.
they have. I think the problem they Nintendo. I think Pokemon is going to do perfectly well post Power World. The problem is
Oh, 100%.
Nintendo is still Nintendo, and even though those two can coexist peacefully, because they don't even scratch the same itch. The people that are like, oh, this is how Pokemon should be, are not actively being like, most of the Pokemon player base, because the Pokemon player base aren't looking for a survival game.
So I would disagree, Cozy, because this is not the first game that has aped a lot of stuff from Pokemon. But this is the
Yeah,
first
there's
game.
Cassette Beast.
Sorry.
I said there's Cassette Beast that's been out for a
Yeah.
while.
It's just that this one was a fucking monster,
But this one
and
is,
Nintendo's not good with that.
yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm saying I disagree because there isn't a lot of overlap in the games. There absolutely is not a whole overlap. They're
Right.
very two different games.
That's true. But Nintendo's very much treating it like it is.
Yes, which is what makes it wild to me. Because like they are like I would not play Power World because I don't like survival games for the most part, except if they maybe have a story like Grounded or something. But I like Pokemon.
So I was just casually scrolling on Twitter, as you do,
Mhm.
and I bumped into a post by a reputable source who shared something that was very interesting. What they shared is essentially this: Nintendo has about 4,000 patents. PlayStation and Microsoft, we're talking about 20,000 plus patents. in games.
Hmm.
If Nintendo does this, that opens the door for PlayStation and Microsoft to just be like, all right, then we're also going to do what we're going to do.
I don't see either of them doing that
Yeah.
because both of them are dependent on third parties in a way that Nintendo isn't. If Nintendo, the best that happens is this sort of action scares people away from their like basically uh games that be like, oh, that might be, Nintendo might not like that. Um,
Hmm.
so it scares them away. But you notice they went after Pocket Pair, but you notice who they didn't go after? A game that very much could have been something considered in the what was that garbage Square Enix game?
You're not talking about Digimon, right?
No,
I have no
the one
idea.
that was Splatoon.
Final Fantasy? Oh.
Oh, the Splatoon. Oh, she's talking about Bubble Fight.
What is that game called? I'm forgetting.
Uh,
Someone in the chat is going to remember. The
I
What's
mean,
that
PlayStation
Bubble
one.
Fight game?
yeah, it didn't blow up or anything, but I
It didn't. It
imagine
died very quickly.
even if it did,
If
it
it
would be
had,
something that they would probably go after.
you think if it had blown up, then they would have gone after it?
No, because Square Enix is a lot more established than pick your battles wisely.
that's true too. Also, Square Enix, I mean, not to a massive extent, but Square Enix is definitely more of a supporter of Nintendo than Pocket Pair. You also have a lot more history with Square Enix, and that's
Foam
probably
When you
Stars.
say
It's Foam Stars.
foam
yeah.
Yeah,
stars, yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
I like how we forgot the name.
That's
It's
how
easy
bad
to
it is,
do.
guys.
It was
It's
Yeah,
terrible.
easy
it's
to.
very easy.
It
Yeah,
was pretty bad. We could not remember for to save us.
and no one here gave a shit to even go Google it.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I just put in Bubble
Oh, okay.
Fight Square Enix. And it looked it up.
No, for real though, Bubble Fight.
I, I'm guessing that by next month we would have forgotten about it again. I'm guessing. I'm just guessing.
Oh, I put Bubble
Let's
Game PS5 Square Enix
wild.
and
All right,
scroll down. Yeah.
let's go back to the article. Let's go back. Half a year later, Pocket Pair has now provided an update admitting recent changes made to the game were indeed the result of the legal threats. Pocket Pair confirmed that patch V0.3.11, released in November 2024, was the result of the ongoing litigation as players suspected. This patch removed the ability to summon pals by throwing pal spheres and instead changed it to a static summon next to the player. Several other game mechanics were also changed with this patch. Pocket Pair said that if it hadn't made these changes to Power World, and I quote, the alternative would have led to an even greater deterioration of the gameplay experience for players. But it doesn't stop there. Pocket Pair said that today's patch V0.5.5 makes further changes to Power World so that gliding will be performed using a glider rather than with pals. Pals in the player's team will still provide passive buffs to gliding, but players will now need to have a glider in their inventory in order to glide.
They should just have made like the flat, they carry you in a basket underneath them. Problem
You are
solved.
petty. You are
I am
petty,
petty
Cozy.
like that. No.
God
Let me
damn.
tell you how petty I am. I have a manager who will be like, "You have to be here exactly at 6 o'clock on the plant floor." So I'm like, I don't think so. So you know what I did? Because I started
Uh
clocking
huh.
in at exactly 6 o'clock, and then I'm like, "Oh, I got to get ready."
Damn.
I am
That
that
is
level of petty.
petty. That is petty, Cozy. That's very petty. Jeez. So yeah, the gliding is gone, fellas. Um, and I just want to go back to it. Thank you, Fuzzy Tomato. This comment warrants being put on the screen. Fuck Nintendo.
That's a
Uh, I
fact.
just wanted to, I just wanted to put that out there. Fuck Nintendo. Fuck 'em more than EA,
It's a trash ass
uh,
company.
more than all these other companies that you guys hate. Rockstar, I don't care. I don't fucking care. There's no one worse in video games than Nintendo. No one. No one. This is quite literally taking video games away from people. Because if we can't use mechanics, then what are we doing? Like I said before, Metal Gear can now sue whoever else made games where where the character is crawls on the floor with a gun. Bethesda can now sue everyone that made a microtransaction within the game where you can buy anything. Like anything that's ever been done by the first team or the first company, now no one else is going to do it. This is terrible. This is fucking terrible.
Man, I'm so glad my favorite genre is probably roguelikes.
Why?
Because it's like mostly indies.
Well, with this new situation, the first roguelike can now sue all the other roguelikes. I don't know who did it first, but if they did, that's it, cause
Yeah. But I don't know.
it's done.
Nintendo gonna Nintendo.
Yeah. That's all I have to say. Like, I've never hated a gaming company like this, man. Like, we like to make fun of EA, but this is like legit. I have like personal feelings towards a fucking corporation. This is mad. It's insane.
I mean,
That's how you know it's hitting.
I feel
That's
like
how I know
it's
it's
something that you should definitely that you definitely as a consumer deserve to be mad about. You deserve to be mad about something like this because it's just like any game company. Like what happens if Call of Duty does this to the next good good FPS game?
But they weren't the first ones, Ham. That's the funny thing. Like if Medal of Honor was the first FPS, for example, or Doom, whoever was the first one can now go back all the way back to like 1990 something or 1980 something, and that's it. Every single first person get the fuck out the way, pay us our royalties and delay. Let's go, shut the doors. It's done. Sorry for interrupting, Ham. Go ahead.
No,
uh,
I mean I'm just saying simply that you deserve to be unhappy about stuff like this in the in the industry because they are deflecting competition completely. They don't care about competing and being better than somebody else. They just don't want somebody there. And I don't like that.
Yep.
It does nothing to that makes you that makes innovation happen much slower. It's literally the opposite of innovation. When you're taking out somebody else for making a better product than you've been making because they did it cheaper and better, it's just I mean, especially when the company's smaller than you. I could see now if Pocket Pair or something like that made this first, and then a big company like Nintendo came around and tried to do it, I'd be a little bit more. I'd be a little bit more sad for Pocket Pair, but at the same time, that happens all the time.
Yes, sir.
And 9 times out of 10, that company gets bought by somebody, and then they barely change the product and sell it like it was the same thing that you've been buying. I mean, Matt got fucking so angry when he found out that Victrix was owned by Turtle Beach.
I remember that.
I bought a controller to stay away from Turtle Beach. He bought a controller to stay away from Turtle Beach.
No.
And then he is like, why are these thumbsticks on Turtle Beach's website? And I was like, it's probably because Turtle Beach bought Victrix. And sure enough, they did.
Yep.
So I mean, so like the thing is, like Nintendo's going after them because they're successful. If they weren't successful, Nintendo probably
Yeah.
would ignore them.
Oh,
Uh,
100%.
and the thing is, there are other. And when you mentioned EA has a patent on the dialogue wheel.
Imagine.
Uh,
No more dialogue, Will.
and does Bamco still have that patent for I mean, we don't need them anymore. Load screen games.
They probably do. These companies like to renew those patents. They usually
I got a
don't let them
baffling
expire.
question for you.
What?
So does this make what Shadows of Mordor's development
The
crew,
Nemesis.
does that make Nemesis look bad or good for protecting what they had?
I still think it looks bad.
Kind of lame.
I agree.
Both
Yeah.
bad. Yeah,
I
they're
agree.
both bad.
It's not good.
I agree. You're holding back somebody else from being successful. I mean, they can completely fail with that same with using part of your formula, and you wouldn't bat an eye. But if they're successful with it, it's a problem.
Ham, imagine if Ford patented rubber wheels.
Ah!
I mean, come on, man. Like, who did everybody want to be like in basketball in the 90s? Everybody, who did everybody copy? Michael Jordan. Kobe admitted it. Everybody copied Mike, but how many people ended up like Mike? One.
2 guys.
Yeah, 2 now. 2.
Yeah. That's it.
2. So it has nothing to do with whether it has nothing to do with the people having the opportunity to do it. It has everything to do with if you're actually good or not.
I don't know. It's scary mostly, for like, imagine like for stifling creativity and the way people can make new things.
Man, I've never felt like this much hatred towards a fucking company, bro. A company. And I know it's crazy. It's like it's kind of pathetic, really, because it's not a living entity. But I actually have real animosity towards Nintendo. Jeez.
Yeah, you and a lot of other people.
Like I'm even thinking I'm probably gonna stop talking about Fire Emblem. Like even any type of Nintendo
Why?
exclusive,
Oh no, Fire Emblem. Never mind.
any type of Nintendo exclusive that I enjoy, I'm just not gonna talk about it because in a way, I'm doing marketing for them. And dude, I don't want to do anything positive in Nintendo's direction.
They already shut down people who even have pro Nintendo content. So what makes you think they're going to tolerate people otherwise?
God damn.
That is a fact.
What a horror. Okay.
They just have a really solid fan base. Like they could literally spit in their fan base's face, and their fan base.
And they'll say, "Give me more."
Yep.
They'll say, "Give me more."
Yep.
Disgusting. Man. Someone said they want to cancel their pre-order in the chat. I'm forgetting. Seawolf says I hated Nintendo 64. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think I saw that. Was it Fuzzy Tomato who said that?
Was it Fuzzy?
I could be wrong. I know what you're talking about though. I did see someone in the chat say that.
Yo, like if I had pre-ordered it, yeah, I'd probably cancel over this. On the principle of the thing. And Ham, I know you said you're looking into getting it and whatever. I don't judge you for doing it, but me personally, I'm good, bro. If someone gifted me a Switch, I'd rather give it to someone else, bro. Like I'm good.
Oh, there's still no time on that. Like it, the pre-orders and stuff are out, and I haven't even tried to look it up. to see if it's available or not.
Yeah.
I have no desire for a Switch 2 right now, and that can change. I know, Loki, you're very stern on
No, I'm
not
done.
wanting,
I am done, bro.
but as for me, I don't know. They're still a company at the end of at the end of the day. They're not a person. I don't like this or their I don't like this take or way they're going about this. I've also not liked a lot of PlayStation's takes and ways of going about it. I've also not liked Xbox's takes and ways of going about certain things. They're a company, and when they give me something that's worth buying, I'll buy it. But but until then, I'm not gonna buy them in good faith. Like I'm not looking at Nintendo as I'm buying you because you got me. No, they don't. I will buy you when you get what I need.
Same.
But right now, they
No
don't got
Animal
what I need.
Crossing. No interest.
You know why it's different for me, Ham? For me, it's different because all the stuff that Xbox does, all the stuff that PlayStation does, all the stuff that you see on Steam, all the stuff that you see on even freaking EA, bro. This is the first time. If someone correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first time that I'm seeing a situation where a gaming company is actively trying to harm the industry.
First time?
They're, they're actively trying to kneecap the entire industry. But that's why at the beginning I asked you guys, like, am I being dramatic when I say that this thing, right, this lawsuit, this is like the the first domino that could potentially stop the whole gravy train of gaming. Because if Nintendo does this and everyone else follows suit, just like with the pricing, we're fucked.
Like I
We're
said,
all
I
fucked.
don't see that. I don't see others following suit because they need an influx of like people um creating games. So
Yeah.
they're not going to, kneecap themselves by being like, because suddenly you start antagonizing uh devs. What happens is they say, well, I'm not going to put my game there. They can do that. And
Yep.
they might do that because,
But it doesn't matter about not putting your game there. You can't make a game, Cozy. Even if you make a game,
But
right?
that's the thing. If
That you
if they
say you're
did
not gonna.
that, then you're getting rid of a lot of money. A lot of money. Because like Xbox and PlayStation, they make a lot of money off of third party stuff.
Yes.
So if now third party developers are like, okay, well then we just won't even make a game. Well, you're losing a lot of money.
so, like, for example, another interesting thing is I don't see either one doing it. For another example I'll say is Microsoft, they own GitHub. But they haven't used it to try and lock down things.
Are you saying Microsoft's a good guy?
I mean, they're just in this sort of situation. They're not the bad guy.
Yeah. Comparative to Nintendo, yes.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't trust these corporations.
I mean, I don't
Well,
trust them. I'm not saying I trust them. I'm just
yeah,
saying they have different operating philosophies.
yeah.
Nintendo, we all know that they are very protective of their shit, and they don't like people touching their shit in any capacity for real, other than buying their stuff.
Hmm.
You know what? I don't even fuck with Power World. I think I want to buy it. Fuck it.
Why?
Fuck it. Because I support what the developers doing, and I hope these guys win this lawsuit, and from there I hope other developers like grow the gumption and figure out legally how they can look at other Nintendo stuff and just start doing what Power World's doing as well. Just screw it, man. I want everyone to go for Nintendo's kneecaps.
Make a
I want them
Pokemon.
all to figure out how to do it.
Make a
Do
close
it with
Pokemon
Pokemon,
ripoff.
Mario, everything, bro. Everything. Everything. It couldn't happen to a better company, in my opinion. Fuzzy says, I will judge people for buying one. Stop it, Fuzzy. Blind Giant celebrates 21 months
Woo
of being a
woo!
membership on TSWS. Thank you
Yo.
so much.
Blind
21 months. Mahalo. Mahalo,
Yeah.
homies. Welcome in, Blind Giant. Thank you so much. Grace says the EU is about to or if they go after microtransactions, dark patterns, and refunding. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that the EU not messing
saving the
around.
world.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good. The EU is coming for everyone's kneecaps. Um, Matt, do you have anything else you wanted to add on the Nintendo thing? Or you
I
good?
ain't got shit to say about Nintendo.
Ham, anything you want to say? Or you good?
Man, go do something with yourself.
Hmm.
That's what you have to say about Nintendo. Go do something with yourself.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, sitting here
All
suing
right.
people ain't doing nothing. You still have to make a better game than Power World.
You still got to do that.
I mean, I mean, you're gonna attract the people that are Pokemon fans regardless, right? They're gonna make money regardless, right? But Pocket Pair just exposed you and said, "Hey, you can do better." So Nintendo, do better. That's it.
But that requires work.
Hey,
Ever.
I bought Power World and I'm not into any Pokemon stuff.
Yep.
So they
But
could
that,
have a customer if they did better. But if they don't want to do better, then I don't
no,
care.
that's the exact point why I'm like, but why? It's because you said you say, you bought Power World. You're not into Pokemon. And I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. I'm like, this game, they're catering to two different audiences.
Clearly not to Nintendo.
And I mean, I think that's what makes it wild. Because they are clearly, I mean, you're going to get some overlap, but they are really catering to two different audiences.
I get that, but Nintendo's not treating it that way. So I'm looking at them like do better.
They're not going to do
Yeah.
better. Because that would require Game Freak having accountability, and Game Freak makes too much money for accountability. You know why their other studios have to make good games? Because they're not Game Freak. Well, yeah. Game Freak is literally, the Zelda studio now gets a pass too, but for the most part, all their other studios actually have to make good games, except for Game Freak.
Do better.
Okay. All right. All right. Cozy,
Yes?
Do
you have
something
anything
with yourself.
to add?
Nope.
You don't have anything to add. All right. All right. So lastly, this past week, Asus and Microsoft's Xbox branded handheld appeared in leaked FCC photos. Did you guys see the photos?
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts?
No, I haven't.
I've seen it. I don't like the way
You
it
haven't
looks.
seen the
I
photos?
thought you saw the photos. I thought we were talking about it.
Wait, what? Photos for what? I'm sorry.
For the
Asus and
Xbox hand.
Microsoft's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about something else. I don't know why. Yeah, I seen like with the Xbox button on there and whatnot. It didn't look. It didn't look entirely like a wow. It didn't look like a wow piece of hardware, but it did look relatively comfortable.
Mm,
I like how they formed out the part where you're actually holding it into more of a controller. And
nice
I think
little
that's
touch.
what would that's what would matter long term for me, because I mean, A pretty device is a pretty device, but it'll be but you know, a pretty device can get annoying real quick if it feels like shit. So to me, it's all in what's inside and how it feels when I'm playing it. And from what I looked at it, it doesn't look like the sexiest device, but it does look like something that I could hold for a longer duration than I can hold my Steam Deck.
Now,
Yeah,
does it
it
have
looks interesting.
Hall effect sticks?
You know it doesn't.
But yeah, that's would be my worry.
They said buy another one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if Hall effect sticks did,
Rosie, we can't hear you. Can't hear you.
you can hear me? Can you
Okay,
hear me
now we
now?
can hear you.
Oh, I think if it didn't have Hall effect sticks,
Yes.
I would be if it did have Hall effect sticks, I'd be interested in it. If it doesn't, I'm not, because then it becomes a disposable device, and I do not like disposable technology. So that would be an issue for me. It does look comfortable, and Microsoft has always made comfortable controllers, so I'd have confidence in it being actually comfortable to hold, unlike the Steam Deck, which I thought felt clunky. So yeah, that's where I stand.
Matt, you've seen it. What do you think?
Aesthetically, I don't love it. I mean, it's cool. It's cool that they're doing it. Um, I think, kind of like Cam said, it probably will be comfortable. I would imagine, just because it does round out like a controller on the ends. So that's cool. I just don't love the aesthetics of it, really. I'm also reading now that it looks like there's two different models of it.
Really?
And so I'm trying to understand this properly. Um, there's a black model and a white model. And other than the difference in colors, I guess the black model comes with the Xbox button and comes with a Ryzen Z2 Extreme CPU. So versus like my ROG Ally is a Z1 Extreme. So this is the next generation
Nice.
of that CPU. So that's cool. 64 gigabytes of memory, which is
A
pretty
lot.
fucking crazy.
Overkill.
Um, yeah. So when I see that, I'm like, that's all really cool stuff, but good lord, how much is that going to cost? because put that in perspective, the
Okay.
Ally that I have has 16 gigabytes of RAM. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, 16 gigabytes of RAM. They just released the ROG Ally X with 24 gigabytes of RAM. That is without a Z2 CPU. That is $800. This
Oof.
has this is a Z2 CPU with
Oof.
64 gigabytes of RAM. So how much money are we talking here?
I'm also
Because that might be very expensive.
thinking along those lines. I'm also what did they say any of the other specs?
Let's see.
Because
Um,
I feel
a
like
7-inch.
64 gigs of RAM is kind of like smokescreen. RAM is cheap.
It is, but also when you're putting it in a smaller thing, you have to buy smaller. So it because it's smaller, it's more expensive. You also a 7-inch 120 hertz display. Uh, it also says, meanwhile, the non Xbox model seems to be a huge step down. So yeah, I guess that one's not very enticing. But I don't know. We have to see more about it. I have to see the price.
If you
If
had to
that's
get,
the price,
yeah.
that's 1,000 plus. That's 1,000 plus.
1,000 plus.
Given the way things are prices right now, that's got to be 1,000 plus. If
Stop it,
here's the
on
thing,
Sasha.
if it's not, then that's amazing. Then that's fucking great. But just with tariffs and just the market in general just being kind of screwed, even without tariffs, like, I don't know, dude.
If
I
it's
don't know.
$800, you'll
If
be
it's
impressed.
$800, then that's fucking great. That's still expensive,
Really?
but that's great. But I don't know if it's gonna be $800. But we'll find out soon because it's supposed to be at Computex, which is in like a couple weeks, I think, like next week or the week after, something like that.
Oh.
So we'll find out soon.
All right. We'll see. Sapo says probably has the much to offset limitations. When your GPU runs out of memory, it will find memory in other places.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Ham, you understand more about specs than I do. When Matt was mouthing off the internals of this thing, do you agree with him that it's 1,000 plus in terms of cost?
It's not going
Sapo
to be.
says 600. Oof. Go
If
ahead.
that's 600, then holy shit, sign me up, buddy.
600. Yeah, I was about to shut up and take my money if it's 600.
Yeah, I mean, damn, that'd be great.
Yeah, this is going to definitely be for the enthusiasts. Right? So it is going to be a premium price. I don't think it's going to be quite 1,000, but it'll be closer to 1,000 than it's going to be to 500.
$800.
I'm thinking it'll be something around like 750.
A bajillion dollars.
And
Even that
750
would
is
be
a fair
bad.
price.
Yeah,
Do I
that
think it's a
wouldn't be
fair
bad at all.
price? I don't know.
For someone like me, Ham, that has a gaming PC,
It might
that's totally
be,
gaming-
considering that it touches so many different platforms, right?
yeah,
Steam,
it's open.
Xbox, GOG,
Yeah.
all those things. You can use it as a computer. I mean, sure, you can do some of that stuff with the Steam Deck, but with not near as much power.
Would you suggest I buy this if it's like 800 or less, or wait for the Steam Deck specs?
I would
To
suggest. I would. I mean, waiting is always not a bad idea, but if you're looking to actually pull the trigger on something, I'd say something like this would make more sense for your use case than the Steam Deck would.
Yeah, how much do you care about Windows? Do you care about Xbox Game Pass PC? Do you care about other stores? Because technically you can get other stores on
Yes,
Steam Deck,
I
but
do
there's
care about
there's
other stores.
workarounds.
Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
do a Steam Deck
So-
because I need that GOG.
Well,
yeah.
the thing is I know Loke, and he doesn't like to do back end things.
Oh, okay.
So then,
just get the Windows one.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean the only back end thing is in real life. You
Never
know,
mind. Let's not talk
yeah,
about that.
he into that type of back end thing, but
Ham, you need to stop. You need to
but he
stop,
is,
brother.
but
You need to
he's
stop.
not.
You need to
he's
stop.
not-
Look.
He's not. He's not a person that wants to bust open the Steam Deck or go through its OS and figure out all this stuff. He just wants to go to the website and hit download and sign
And
it.
hit
And if
download.
that's what you're looking to do, then you should
Yeah.
definitely get something like the Keenan that's supposed to be coming out. So then it has the support of Xbox right there, and it has a lot of the easy use things with that. But then also you can easily download Steam, GOG, Epic, all that
You
stuff.
don't need to download GOG.
Yeah, you don't. It's just a website.
Well,
Stop it.
whatever you need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's essentially a PC.
It is a PC. Yeah.
It is, yeah. It's a laptop. It's a laptop that doesn't open. It's just already open.
Mm-hmm.
It's an open face sandwich.
Yeah, there. Open face laptop.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. Exciting times. We'll see what we do. Anyways, that brings us to the end of this week's show. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for commenting. Smash the like button on your way out, everyone. And don't forget, fuck Nintendo. Matt, plug your channel. Tell people they can find you, etc., etc.
Yo. Oh, shout out to. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of overlap between this channel and my channel. Shout out to you guys because I did just hit over 1K subscribers.
Woo woo!
Let's go.
So shout out to anybody from the chat and you guys on the panel for that. Yeah, Matt Likes Games on YouTube. Working on the Oblivion video. In fact, I just recorded everything I need to record. I just need to edit it and stuff and put it together. That'll be out this weekend. Podcasts like every week. I mean, Sundays 8 p.m. Eastern is the L3R3 podcast with myself, Hard Days Mike, and It's Me Twan. Wednesdays 8 p.m. Eastern is a two-player podcast with myself and Ham Solo. And then Fridays, you can find me here for this show with these folks, 4 p.m. Eastern, BullSittin on this channel.
Keep licking those games, Matt. I'm telling you.
Sure thing.
Keep licking them.
Sure thing.
Mo says I suck.
You do.
Okay. Cozy, plug your channel. Tell people they can find you.
Well, right now you can find me here on Fridays. Yeah, you can sometimes find me in the chat depending on if I play hooky from work or not. And you can also find me after this on oh my goodness.
Getting wasted with wise, Jesus Christ.
Getting wasted with wise. And I broke. Sorry. And you can also find me wherever you find cozy belugas.
You killed me with that one.
She was lost. I felt like I had to like smack the top of the radio or something like that.
Like, hey, focus.
Fucking bot. Get it right.
Plug whatever it is that you want to plug.
So as I said, there's going to be a lot less content creating other than, the Wednesdays and Fridays show because I'm getting ready to moving on back to Denver. So as you see, none of my consoles or anything are here anymore. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So got some stuff that I'm working on. With that, I do have an event that I'm looking forward to in the near future, but that's not until like June or July, which is Fan Expo out at the Colorado Convention Center. I will be going out there. They'll have like people like Steve Downs and stuff there from Halo and
nice.
And a few other people as well. I'd have to have the list in front of me. I know one of the guys from Fallout 4 is there as well. So it should be a pretty exciting experience, but that's a few months away. And so I'll have more news as I get closer to that. But as of right now, just me getting ready to move, getting packed up, and settling down a little bit on content creating until I get set up at the new place. But I'll try to, but I'll definitely be here on the Wednesdays and Fridays. If I'm not, I'll let you know ahead of time so we can make adjustments.
All right. Good stuff. Thank you once again, everyone, for watching, for commenting, for smashing the like button, and for continuing to support TSWS Gaming. We shall see you on Monday for Everything Plus Gaming. And don't forget, fuck Nintendo.
Jesus.
Goodbye.
They said we said